Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Green Dragons Gaming. Without us, they couldn't feel like winners. Without them, we couldn't look so good. So again, we're based out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. If you're in the area, neighboring states, do me a favor. I travel. Reach out to me. Love to get a game in with you. I'm always on UB as well. SurMC 2015. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, I mean, that's it. Trying to turn around Grower Club, playing up at Gamers Heaven up in Phoenixville. Maybe looking for a new home. About that. Depends if they keep trying to raise costs on us. And that's that. So, with that said, this is for also North American Masters. So that was going to be the weekend of January 25th, 2020, out in Cleveland, Ohio. I'll talk at the end of the report for to give more information about that and some other things going around our continent. So right now we have Battle Cry 2019 that was held by Chris. He is Eggs PR up on the forums, and this is going to be game 3. So somehow I have managed to sneak up onto table 1. And I usually end up on table 1 at one point during a tournament, and I'll end up there, and then I get knocked right back down. So right now this is Saurian Ancients. So Keith, Keith, I don't know how to say your last name. Last time I played him, he beat me with his Vermin Swarms, which to me, Vermin are the bane of my existence when I play this game. And of course, I'm still playing the Kingdom. And just so everyone knows, I have almost every army. I don't have orcs. I got rid of my vermin. I got rid of my Undying Dynasties. Yeah, I think that just about covers what I don't have or can't piecemeal together or proxy or anything like that. And I still could obviously proxy orcs because I can, and orcs and goblins because I have the right base sizes. But those armies just don't yell for me. And the reason I stick with Kingdom is I have fun with this. It's the fluff. So here's Keith's list. So last time I've seen Keith a couple of different times, he was playing his Vermins, and then this time he is now playing his lizards, and he painted up a beautifully painted Saurian Ancients. And as I said last time, he beat me playing Vermin. So here's his Caudal. He's got Essence of the Free Mind, so Fire Alchemy bad. It's King Priest, so he's going to be Shamanism, so break the Spirit because of the Sun Tally. He can choose wherever he wants. The 20 Source Warriors with Piranha. I thought about this. I like the fear. So when I look at his list, I think the more and more I look at the Piranha, I like it in this list because, and here's the big reason, he didn't take any of the monsters. So he doesn't have anything that's going to be causing fear. So again, I think Piranha compared to, say, Serpent is a smart choice. I mean, you're losing what? The way he has 20 warriors, so he's losing 5 attacks if he does for the fight next rank and the +1 agility. But fear can break people a lot, especially KoE if you're not running like the Grails or if you're losing any combats. Let's see, Skink Braves, 3 units of the 15 with just musicians. He's got the 2 units of Raptors with just musicians, 2 units of 2 Spearbacks, 4 Caimans. The chameleons and the blowpipes, maybe he plucks a night or 2 a turn. Again, here's my list. Feel free to ping me with any questions. And that's it. So anyway, here's how our board look. He does, going from left to right, he's got his hunters on the left. He scouts up his chameleons as such. And he's being very cognizant of my charge range. He doesn't want me to get too close to him too quick. Because again, his combat bricks are the Caimans, the Raptor Riders, and the Saurus brick. Everything else is there and designed to ping me to death. For me, retaining my fast cavalry is going to be key. So I put my fast cavalry back behind my unit as such. And he starts moving up. Pardon me. He moves up as such, and that's it. It was not a very eventful magic phase for him. And I put my Green Knight, and I asked my opponent to please remind me about my Green Knight during my movement phase, because the way the Green Knight works is at the start of your movement phase, and unfortunately, after charges and all that, you can get so wrapped up into it. Um, and we did a dice roll for first turn. He ends up getting first turn. So again, there's a nice close-up shot of his Raptor Riders. And that's it. So he starts trying to pull around the flank. He's chaffing up my brick down at the bottom with his chameleons. He doesn't want me to run in there. And he's going after my soft center, which is where my archers are. At the same time, he wants to try to have me come up and meet him. One thing that he has that Source Veteran. Let me go back on slide 13. All right, let me go back here to Keith's list. He has a 1-up rerollable, is what I was told. And the thing is with a great weapon, you can't use his shield, so he can't reroll armor saves. And I'm not sure. He just is getting back into it. I don't think he realizes that great weapon, you can't use the shield. Therefore, Dust Forge, which I think is a shield enchantment. I'll have to reach out to him in regards to that. Which, again, for range attacks, yeah. But anything else, don't know. Because normally it'd be 5-up for being a source warrior, and then light armor shield unless you can take heavy armor. And he didn't have that listed. Oh well. So there's his veteran, and that's him trying to come around the side. He only plucks off 1 knight, I believe, with his shooting, and so now it's my turn. My BSB leaves the unit, charging into his chameleons. Originally, I charged his unit of cavalry up at the top, and I'm like, one-on-one, I think my BSB can take him. I really think my BSB can take him, which will now put me in his flank, which means he's going to have to go after my BSB, taking away resources from the rest of my army, and then my rest of the army will be able to just manhandle him. He chose to flee, so then I redirect into his chameleons, and he's like, I should flee, but you're still going to catch me no matter what. So that is how the board looks. I did charge his chameleons that were there in the water with my lord. He fled, and I did not want to be where he was going to end up, so I was forced to also charge in with the aspirants, which put them on the other side of the building there, and he lost 4 or 5 to dangerous terrain for running through the building. And there's that charge, there's that flee, and needless to say, during combat, I ate him. He broke, I caught him, and just ate that unit alive. So now it's his turn too. He moves up. He's out of line of sight with to my aspirants, and he was almost daring me to charge in there with my Duke. And in retrospect, now that I realize, I'm pretty sure there was an error there, but my Duke can take on that Source Veteran without any questions. Great weapon versus mine just going to go and pulverize you at AP4. It really is a moot point, but what I didn't want was to be put in a position that the Source block can get to me, because that will give my Duke a bad day. He kills 4 of my 5 better mountain young with a 4-up armor save, and of course my 1 with a 5-up armor save is rallies. So that would happen during his magic phase. Eventually, the following turn, I actually fail my leadership test, and that thing runs off the board. So there's that. He goes ahead and plucks off another couple of knights with his shooting. He puts Break the Spirit up on that unit. And that's it. So what I do is I go and chaff his warriors as such, and I chaff his character. So the thing is with his units, he doesn't have a champion, I don't think. And I look at him, he goes, I don't have points for it. It's too expensive. There's a reason why, in my opinion, you should have champions, is so that when someone with a cowboy runs into you, you can just challenge him out and take away, such as some crazy Equatorian lord, negating his charge-only bonuses. The Green Knight comes out and is chaffing up his Caymans. I want him to charge the Green Knight. And that's that. And his character is chaffed with my unit as well. Sorry. During his shooting phase and magic, I think he may have done a few wounds, but he did not charge me. He does charge with his veteran into the flank of my aspirants. So over here, he does not charge me, so he moves to the 1 inch line, or right up close to my Ground Knight. Yep. And he just shoots him off the board. Just flat out, just shoots him to death. But you know what? Didn't shoot my grails or anything like that, so I'm still happy about that. I did something. My mounted yeoman, I guess, did a wound to a beat up unit over there, and made one of his units flee for whatever reason. And then my crossbows did a number to that one unit. I rolled like 4 6s, 5 6s, and then did 4 wounds to that unit. So I was pretty proud of them on the spine splitters. And now here's this. So he hits me in the flank. I challenge. He eats my champion. During my turn, I raise back my champion. And I'm now stuck dealing with he's chaffing me with his chameleons that are now up as such. My Duke went flying in. What ended up happening is my Grails hit one unit of Skink Braves, and my Duke went into the other unit of Skink Braves. My Duke kills 10. He's left with 5, but still a rank. Steadfast, boom, done. So he's stuck there for 1 turn, but I was out of line of sight from any combatants. Meanwhile, his other Skink Braves broke and ran, and I rallied. So I'm trying to set myself up in such a manner. During his turn, we go ahead and we set it up as such. Now, he finally does break my aspirants, who will rally on my turn. You know what? I think I gave him full points on that unit too. It comes down to the game. My Duke turned to face the Caymans, and then I charge them close combat. I eat them. I was thinking about turning the other way around, but I figured my Grail Knights alone into the unit of Piranha Warriors wouldn't even have had an issue. The issue is that his veteran overran so far, I could not get to that unit. So as it stands, it ends up being a 14-6 to the Kingdom. I did have the objective. It was 11-9 on points, but 14-6 with the objective. And for me, it was his veteran for tying up that unit and forcing me to play the way I played. And for me, my MVP was those aspirants. They held when they needed to hold, and they held on to that veteran for till the 3rd combat, which is exactly what I needed from them. And that's it. So, again, this was the North American Masters qualifying GT up here in Phoenixville. The Masters will be held January 25th in Cleveland, Ohio. We're still working on some details, but set your calendars to that. There will be a qualifier on Friday. As of now, Boba Fett, who is Jeremy, and I gotta give a quick shout to Alex, Kieran, Jeremy, Jeff, and the reason I'm not saying their last names, I'm not sure they want their last names on YouTube. Chris, Pete. I know Shane's help was part of our group as well. We actually have people from Mexico. I'm going to get the gentleman from Mexico's name here in just a quick second here. Let's see, Matt. What I said about Alex. General. Let's see who is contacting us from Mexico. Oh, Mexico, where are you? It's like something about a cat, too. I'm sorry. Yeah, Arcatal. Oh, I have no idea what your real name is, but so we really are North American Masters. So tournament wise, again, this was a qualifying tournament. We've got, let's see, the Canadian Open just wrapped up this last weekend. We got Plains of War, June 29th and 30th. We have the one in Alberta, which is the Classic, and that's also in Canada and Calgary. May 19th, 20th. We have Michigan GT in October 8th, 9th, I believe. We have Hogfest in November up in Wisconsin. We have Tides of War. We have Lone Star. Triumph GT, which is going to be June 8th, 9th. Unfortunately, it's in my backyard, or not backyard, but it's not far. It's up here in North Jersey, and I can't go because it's something with my daughter. That's all I know. It's something with my daughter. It's always something with my daughter. Those of you listening, if you have girls that do competitive dance, I feel your pain. Let's see. Dragon's Den will be weekend of the 7th, 8th. That'll be the tournament that I run. We have Buckeye, which is in June this year, June 22nd, I believe. Let's see. It is going to be, June 22nd, 23rd, out in Delaware, Ohio. Brawlers, which is in Durham, North Carolina, at Atomic Empires, is going to be June 1st. And there was another tournament June 1st, too, and I can't remember where it is. It's out in the Midwest. The Michigan guys were talking about it, and I still can't go. But what I do know is I do know Brawlers. Still, right now, it's actually set up for $30 to get in, and at the end of this week, this is the week of the 15th through the 20th, 16th, 17th. So after the 17th, which is Sunday, it goes up to $40. That's still cheaper than most tournaments that we have out this way. So there's that. And Dragon's Den, Brawlers, Buckeye, Triumph. Tides of War, Lone Star. I think one out in there's going to be SoCal Joust, I believe it's called, out in LA. And that's all that I have for right now. So real happy with our growth and what we're doing right now. And please, if you can, participate. Those of you who may be new, I'm going to say to come on out anyway. So my buddy Brian, who is Conway up on the forums, has this beautiful Hobbit army. And he knew he wasn't going to win it. He knew he was just there to have fun. So he and his opponent switched armies during Battle Cry. And I thought that was an awesome thing to do. And I remember Gene from Wargaming the Balcony was telling me on how they actually had a whole tournament that you trade armies until the last game, and then you finally got to play your own army. So, well, that's it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please post them. And until next time, happy gaming.